Millionaire. It's a nice sounding word and it has an even nicer definition. A person whose assets are worth at least £1 million. When what you own, so your assets, minus what you owe, your liabilities, equals more than £1 million, you're a millionaire. And I wouldn't mind being a millionaire, I know that much. Well, actually, becoming a millionaire has become more of a feasible, reachable target than it ever has been before. According to Wikipedia, not the most reliable source I know, in 2020, 4.7% of the UK population were millionaires and 8.8% in the US. So let's find out how long it could take the average person to become a millionaire and join these people starting from zero. I'm not talking about someone who opens a mega successful company. I'm just talking about your average Joe. As we are making a prediction here, we have to use past data. So this is obviously hypothetical as we cannot predict how the markets will perform. Not with certainty anyway. Right, back to our average Joe. This is your average typical person. So probably not like the people that are watching this video. If you're spending your spare time watching YouTube videos about investing and finance, then you probably know way more about this topic than the average person does. But our average person doesn't really care to learn anything about stocks or investing and just wants to keep things as simple as they can be. They just want to set and forget. They don't really have an interest to learn everything that you can about investing. And for this person, they're probably best off with just a one fund index portfolio that they pay into every single month and they just leave it alone. Let's say that this person has a pretty average job and they have a good salary but not an amazing salary, and they can afford to put £500 away each month. To do this, they are going to have to cut back on their spending a little bit and really put all their savings into this. So they commit to £500 per month from this moment on. Well, surely this person can never become a millionaire by doing this. Well, actually, you're wrong. Right, £500 per month starting from zero. We will use the average return of the S&P 500, which has returned a historic annualized average of 10.5% since its inception in 1957 all the way through to 2021. So how long will this person take to become a millionaire? Pause this video right here and leave a guess in the comments below. So let's take a look. So we're going to have a saving goal of £1 million. We're going to start with the initial balance of zero and we're going to be putting £500 per month into this. And we'll do the average interest rate at 10.5%. So let's see how long it would take. Here we go. So it says that it will take 27 years and 10 months. So basically 28 years, which is absolutely insane in my opinion, that just by simply putting £500 each month away, you could become a millionaire in 28 years. That's pretty cool. What I find really cool here is that a large proportion of this £1 million that you're able to accumulate through investing in an S&P 500 tracker, for example, is actually coming not from the money that you're putting in, but from the interest made. It's really cool. It just goes to show you how powerful compound interest can be. Obviously, if we're saying that someone's going to put £500 each and every month into an investment, this is quite unreasonable for most people because throughout someone's life, their situation is going to change. You're likely to have a higher income at different points of your life, and it's likely that you'll have more disposable income to actually put into investments during the early years of your life and during the later years of your life. Because in that middle chunk, you're probably going to have the most expenses. You may have kids, you may be paying off your mortgage, etc. But of course, this may be different for everyone. Also, I think a lot of videos online give the impression that in order for investing to be worthwhile and a useful thing to do, you really need to start as early as possible. So before your 30s, ideally. And although it's true that time in the market is better than time in the market and getting in early is really good for compound interest, it's still better to start later than never at all. Remember, you're trying to build wealth, or you're trying to build yourself somewhat of a retirement pot. You don't need to view it as starting at 50 and then stopping at 65 on the day that you retire. You don't just withdraw the entire amount when you retire. You instead take regular withdrawals on a percentage of the entire investment pot. This means that the amount that you actually have left in there just continues to compound and grow. So actually, if you start at 50, you can view it as you potentially still having 30 odd years left in the market. And because of that, it is definitely worth starting at any age. We're talking about becoming a millionaire here, and we're using a really simple example of just investing into an S&P 500 index fund tracker. But most people over the course of their life may have other assets as well, such as a property or a business. And of course, these things may help you become a millionaire sooner. We have simplified things in this video, and there will be factors such as inflation that you need to take into account. But the main point here is to encourage the average person to begin investing, no matter if you're watching this age 25 or maybe you're even 65, it doesn't matter. It's still a good idea and can definitely leave you better off financially and perhaps even get you that millionaire status.